I'm going to take you through the Marzoni raincoat book. This is a great raincoat collection. The fabrics are water repellent, which means that if you get caught without an umbrella, you'll be okay for a short period of time, like 5-10 minutes. Obviously, if you're in a heavy rainstorm and it's sustained, then water's going to seep through the fabric. I use these fabrics. I've got 4 raincoats in this material and they all do the job. So they're also quite reasonably priced. They come in at the 1099 level, which, given that they're a better made version of the classic Burberry, is really good value. So in terms of fabrics, I'm going to skip past the 290 gram cottons because they're just a little bit light for me. I prefer the 340 gram weight. So I'm just going to get to the beginning of those. Here we are. That's it. So we start here. These also make really great chinos as well. They're very smart. As you can see, they've actually photographed them here with these olive chinos, and funnily enough, that blue is what's used for that raincoat. So we have olive, we have a green, which I wouldn't recommend, white. This tan here is more that sort of classic raincoat colour, which I absolutely love. The only problem with it, though, for practicality, it's not so great because it does pick up dirt quite quickly, but it does look really good. So maybe that's one to do if you get one in blue. You then do one of these next season, because you then basically just have different colours for your mood or whatever. So again, cycling through. What I really want to get through to is the blues, because that's what you're interested in. Here we go. Right, so that's probably a little bit too strong. This blue here, this is, I guess it's a steel blue, so it's kind of the colour that you were sort of angling towards, and this would look very elegant. It would go with lots of different things. It's slightly unusual because you don't see coats in that colour, but then it's not standing out in the way that something like this would. And I have made one of these up before, and it is a real, proper head turner. But you want something that looks great, has got some understated wow factor, so it does look different to anything else anyone is wearing. But then at the same time, it's not going to offend anybody, and it's not going to create a horrible clash with some of your casual clothes. You want something that you can throw on with anything that you're wearing and not really have to think or worry about whether you're coordinated or not. This is a navy, but it's just a slightly lighter navy than usual, because if you look underneath, that's the true dark navy. I quite like this as a navy option. This here I do have, and it is very smart over a suit. This is it's got gravitas. It's a very classic raincoat colour. But the nice thing with either of these two is that they've just got a little bit more life to them. So I think, kind of knowing you as I do now, that either of those two would be a great option. I think if you were going to go for the safer option, you'd go for the light navy, and if you wanted something that was a little bit different, then go for the steel blue, because it's an absolutely beautiful shade. And as I say, you've got a whole book of colours to work your way through as the years go by. So if you get bored, or you decide you need some variety, and this raincoat becomes something that you use very often, then obviously you can just add different colours in every other season, which is what a lot of other friends do. In terms of styling, I tend to style them as a one button single breasted. This is a little bit too Dick Tracy for me. So one button single breasted without the belts, it's not necessary. Cut sort of to just above the knee, because we want it covering your suit jacket, but we don't want it below the knee, sort of, looking like a private detective's coat. The epaulettes on the shoulders, you can have them or not, it's completely up to you. Some clients don't like them. I quite like them because it gives, again, that sort of classic Burberry sort of look. and it's just a nice little bit of styling detail. These look fantastic over a suit. They look fantastic in summer over a t-shirt and a pair of jeans. They look great over a sweater in winter. They look great over your swazer or your blazer or sport coat or whatever. They're just so versatile. You can use them in any situation. They'll always look smart. For business, they give you gravitas. For the social situations, you'll always just look really smart and stylish and put together. So I can't recommend them enough. As I say, I've got 3 of them now, or 4 of them. Yeah, they're just great. They're always a big hit with other friends who I have made them for. There you go. I will speak to you soon.